Alright, it's Tuesday. Got some parts in today for a little bit different rototiller. It's the same, pretty much the same 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton, but a little newer. Rear tine Craftsman, 17-inch cut path. I got the little rubber pieces here for the tube. One for each end. That one goes into the motor. That one goes into the carburetor. And I gotta get them on. I'm gonna try and do it with the tank off. Got a little less space. One has to go right in that hole there. And the tube comes up. Gotta take that off. And the other one goes in right there. So we're gonna see if we can do this without taking off the tank, because it's a pain in the ass. I got the muffler off already. Gives me a lot more space because it comes out here. So probably gonna have to take off the air cleaner to get that screw out easier. That's no big deal. So we're gonna see what we can do. I forgot to order the cable for it. That one right there goes up here. You can see it's just rigged together. The original one came at that hole, goes down through underneath or in that tube, then comes up and goes through that little holder there, and then just pulls that belt tensioner. Same thing this one does. This is just a temporary one that I had on there to make sure everything's gonna work. So let's see if we can't get this thing in there. I could drive this up on the table that I have, but I wouldn't be a mechanic if I didn't have to get down and crawl around with stuff, so I'm going to attempt to do it this way. We'll see how it goes. With it being brand new, it hasn't ever been in a thing like this, so it hasn't shrunk at all, but at least it is nicely pliable. What I'm going to try and do is take that cover off that has the hole in it. I don't know if I can get my ratchet in there or not, but we're about to find out. Find the right one. Not quite enough space for that. Can't really get a wrench in there because the screws are in behind it a little bit. I really don't want to take this motor out again. pliers. Get it on there. You can't turn it like this. No, one side's loose already. Got it. Just kind of folded all the edges into itself. And I got it. Didn't have to take it off. Yeah. Alright. Hard part's done. Didn't even have to pull the motor. Love getting away easy on stuff. Alright. Should be 4 screws in here, but for some reason there's only 2. I don't have the other ones in the dish somewhere or something. Just like that. That back on just with 2 screws for now until I find the other 2. tighten those down tight because I don't want them too tight. I don't want them snapping off in my head. That'd make a whole lot more room for me. It's all back together. Add it on there. I was just hammering, bending those tabs over the bolts so they don't vibrate out. See if we can get a cold start out of her. These older style carburetors don't have any kind of a primer, so they usually take a couple pulls at least. Alright, go back in there. Settle down now. Pulley in there, still spinning. There you have it. Also got some replacement parts for what I used up putting in it before. These are the little diaphragms that I was telling you about. They go in there. I don't know if they give me them. I guess that's their part number 530-018. Got 3 of those just to have on hand. And for this one, this is a little different than that other tiller I did. The tank mount gasket. It's part number 486-385, I guess. These other 2 were Briggs & Stratton brand. These are not. Cheaper brand. Add those to my collection of all my carburetor parts and gaskets and jets and needles, and need to get a bigger box. That's the gasket for your head, where your carburetor actually mounts on the head of your motor. That's a jet for 11 horsepower Briggs & Stratton, I believe. Vertical shaft. There's another one of those. Briggs & Stratton brand. Those are all the new parts I have, I believe. Actually, I think, no, I guess that is all of them that I have. And a whole bunch of used parts. Used seal. I don't know how good that is anymore. But a whole bunch of used parts. Bolt for mounting a carburetor. I don't know what that's from. Looks almost like a motorcycle. Carburetor jet. Whole bunch of Tecumseh jets. Briggs jets. Little vertical shaft jets. All kinds of little parts. That's actually I had to replace the the choke butterfly in that one. So that's the shaft, or it was a shaft like this that broke. It was plastic, and that's the butterfly. All kinds of needles, brake and strat needles, Tecumseh needles, adjustment screws, all kinds of different stuff. Some of which I'll probably never use. Some comes in handy occasionally. Need to get a bigger box so I can put all my new parts in. There you have it. Another small engine work video. I'll be doing all kinds of these. It's getting around to be springtime. I'll be working on people's stuff, fixing up my own stuff. Last weekend I spent my weekend cleaning up my weed eater. Got her all ready to go, cleaned it up. Had to put there's a grommet in the tank right there where the 3 gas lines go in. One's a vent line, one's your pump for your bulb, primer bulb, and the other one's just your fuel line. Took it apart. Cable's still a little bit sticky, but she works good. I've had this now for probably 5 years or so. I paid $5 for it at a yard sale. It had no head on it. It was like only $15 for the head, which wasn't too bad. Maybe it was 20, but it's the double string type. So it's good weed eater. So thanks for watching, guys.